must have heard about Sundar Pichai. Pichai is a computer engineer and the current CEO of Google Incorporation. Born in Chennai, India, in a middle-class home, Pichai was bright and creative from a young age. He is a huge cricket fan and was the captain of his school cricket team. His family did not possess a phone until he was 12 years old. He received his education from some of the most prestigious institutions in the world. An engineering genius known for his innovative ideas, Sundar Pichai is best known as the mastermind behind the launch of the Chrome browser in 2008. Pichai is well liked by his colleagues and is dubbed as the man behind Google's most important products. Now, let's watch Pichai's inspirational speech.
Let me tell you a little bit about my personal journey to Silicon Valley from India 22 years ago. Growing up in India, like many of you, I got my first telephone when I was 12. That telephone cemented my fascination with technology. I remember in my parents' house in Chennai reading about the invention of the transistor at Bell Labs. Of course, that initial invention helped found what became known as Silicon Valley. A lot of times when I was younger, people would say, this person didn't get into this college or something, and that's the end of the road. I mean, life is so different from that. And so I think it's important to, keep your hopes, keep your dreams, and try to follow them. And I think most of how life plays out is up to you, not up to what happens outside of you. And I think it's important to keep that in mind and take the long-term view. I still vividly remember as a teenager jumping onto a crowded train at Chennai and traveling for 24 hours to attend my school at IIT Kharagpur. And that opportunity changed the course of my life. You want to aim high enough that you fail, a few times. I think that's the natural part of the process. In fact, Larry used to say, if you work on really difficult things, you're better off because you have no competition. Others aren't working on that difficult a problem. And even if you fail, you end up doing something great in the process. I think, working the real world, I would say, it is important to be well-rounded. It's important to, try different things. Take some risks. I would encourage people to, follow their passions a little bit more, to follow set lanes throughout your career. Getting into an elite institution doesn't guarantee success. It matters a lot, but it doesn't guarantee success. And I think that it's important to keep that perspective in life. And life is a long road, and so you want to take it at the right pace and enjoy what you're doing. I remember reading about that and thinking, it's the idea that matters. It didn't matter where you come from or what your background is. One revolutionary idea, one brilliant invention can unleash other entrepreneurs to revolutionize industries in ways you could never predict.
What an inspiring video. It shows that when we put our heart and soul and push our limits, anything can be achieved.
Hi, welcome dear students. Today our topic is finding characteristic and mantissa of logarithm of a number. How we are going to find characteristic and mantissa, and we are going to do some interesting problems here, finding number of digits, right? Like that, some interesting problems are there. For this, my dear student, just observe here, 10 power 0 is equal to 1. That means log 1 to the base 10 is equal to 0. 10 power 1 is equal to 10. That means if you convert into logarithm, that is log 10 to the base 10 is equal to 1. 10 square is equal to 100. That means log 100 to the base 10 is equal to 2. If you convert that into logarithm. 10 cube equal to 1000. That means log 10 cube to the base 10. Right? That equal to 3. Log 1000 to the base 10 is 3 that. 10 power 4 equal to 10,000. That means log 10 power 4. 10 power 4 means what? Log 10,000 to the base 10 is equal to 4. Like this we have. Right? What I mean to say is logarithm of 1 is 0. Logarithm of 10 is 1. That means logarithm of a single digit number. Logarithm of a single digit number. That means log 1, log 2, log 3, log 4, log 5, log 6, log 7. They all lie between 0 and 1. They all lie between 0 and 1. Like this. That means what I want to tell you is log x is equal to 0 point some ABCD you are going to have. Right? Log x. Where x is nothing but single digit number. Like single digit number. Right? Single digit number. Right? 0 point A, B, C, D. Like this we have here. Next, one more thing, my dear students. Here you observe. Log 10 to the base 10 is 1. Log 100 to the base 10 is 2. That means the observation is logarithm of a number between 10 and 100. It will be lies between 1 and 2. That means logarithm of a double digit number. Logarithm of a double digit number is 1 point some ABCD you are going to have. Therefore, log x is equal to 1 point some ABCD. That ABCD may be some other number, some numbers that we are going to calculate however. Where x is equal to double digit number here like this. Double digit number. That means, you see my dear students, here logarithm of a number we have got some 1 point ABCD. You are going to get some numbers for that. Here this is what you call integral part, and this part what you call it as decimal part. And a decimal part will be always positive, that we are going to get that. This integral part is called the characteristic, and the decimal part is called the mantissa of logarithm of any number. That means, right, a double digit number is having characteristic as 1 and a single digit number having characteristic as 0. Like this, we can understand clearly from that. Now, once again, for log 100 and log 1000, 10 cube means 1000 here, like, right, log. This 100 to 1000, they are all 3-digited numbers. That means you are going to have, suppose you take log x is equal to, this becomes something, those numbers lies between 2 and 3. Because log 100 to 1000, they are 3-digit numbers. You know, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, so on up to 999. Those all numbers will lie between 2 and 3. That means 2 point something you will be having like that. Therefore, this is 2 point some A, B, C, D, you will have like this. Therefore, you see, my dear students, logarithm of a 3-digit number having characteristic as 2. Okay, and this is what mantissa, that we are going to do that, of course. Where here x is equal to 3-digit number, like 3-digit number, like 3-digit number. Fine, like this. So on like this. Once again, a nice observation you can get. Log 1000 to 10,000. 10 power 4 means 10,000 you are going to have here. 10,000 like this. They are 4-digit numbers. 10,000 to, right? See, this is from 1000 to 10,000. They are 4-digit number. And those numbers, logarithm of those numbers will lie between 3 and 4. That means 3 point something. Here, that is what we are telling. Log x is equal to 3 point some ABCD, where x is equal to, here you have a 4-digit number, 4-digit number like this. Right, my dear students? Fine. Where x is equal to 4-digit number. That means a 4-digit number is having characteristic as 3. like that we can generalize this fact, my dear students. A 4-digit number, if a number is 4 digits, means its characteristic is 3, 1 less than of it. If it is a 3-digit number, its characteristic is 2. And it is a double-digit number, its characteristic is 1. If it is a single-digit number, its characteristic is 0. Because in logarithm of a number, when you express in this form, it is okay. This is what you call integral part here and the decimal part. Integral part is called the characteristic, and the decimal part is called the mantissa. Here you see, my dear students, here integer part is called characteristic. Okay, this is what you call it as a characteristic. This is what characteristic, right? Fine. And the decimal part here, decimal part, this decimal part is called mantissa, like this, right? Now from the explanation part we can conclude important facts, the general conclusions. Those are what the bullet points. The first conclusion is logarithm of a number having a characteristic as n. If any number whose logarithm of that particular number having a characteristic as n means, then that number is having n plus 1 digits, right? Then that number is having n plus 1 digits. Next, right? If a number has, suppose, n digits, then logarithm of a number has its characteristic as n minus 1. That means, you see, my dear students, whenever a number have n plus 1 digits means its characteristic is n. That means the characteristic will have 1 less than of the number of digits. That is what the general conclusion, right? That's why here if it is having n digits, then characteristic is n minus 1. Suppose it is having 100 digits. Suppose it is having 100 digits, right? Let us write this like this, digits here, right? And a characteristic. If it is having 100 digits, then the characteristic will be 99. If it is having 201 digits, then the characteristic become 200. If the characteristic become, right, 300, then the number of digits will be 301, right? If the number of digits are 58, then it will have the characteristic as 57. Like that, this can be understood, right? Fine. Therefore, finally, if logarithm of a number having characteristic as n means, then it will have n plus 1 digits. If it has n plus 1 digits, then the characteristic will become n. This illustration will explain you in this clear way. Now, for better understanding purpose, let us deal the simple basic problems. Suppose logarithm of x, log x is equal to 3.4567. A number, we don't know, log x, that equal to 3.4567. That means logarithm of this number is having characteristic as 3. That means this x is having here 4 digits. Okay, this is having now 4 digits. Similarly, second one, log x is equal to 1.3256. That means here the characteristic is 1. Integral part is called characteristic. The characteristic is 1. That means x is having 2 digits, right? It is having 2 digits. Similarly, right, I think you can guess, log x is equal to 0.1234, right? Here 0 is the characteristic. Therefore, x is equal to single digit. Single digit. You have this as single digit. Now, like that, the fourth one, log x is equal to 100.1567, like that, right? Here the characteristic is 100. That means you will have x is equal to, you will have 101 digits. like 101 digits. And here you have 1000. Logarithm of the number you have 1000, 1000.1234. That means x, this will be having how many digits? 1001 digits. It will have 1001 digits. And this integral part is called characteristic. Once again I am repeating, and this decimal part is called mantissa. The mantissa will be always positive, and those all we are going to discuss, right? Now let us discuss one fabulous problem based on this application of this characteristic and mantissa. If log 3 is equal to 0.4771, right? Then find number of digits of 81 whole power 25. This is what the problem, my dear students. How we will proceed is, let us take now x is equal to 81 whole power 25, like this. That means 81 you can write as 3 power 4 whole power 25, like this. And this is now a power m whole power m is a power mn, that is 3 power 25 into 4, that is 3 power 100. Now x is equal to 3 power 100, apply log on both sides. Then what we will get is log x is equal to log 3 power 100. And this you know that log m power n is n into log m. That's why 100 into log 3 this. Now 100 into log 3 value they given 0.4771. Now 100 into 0.4771 is 47.71, right? Now log x is equal to 47.71 means logarithm of a number having whose characteristic is 47 means then it will have 48 digits. Therefore x means here 81 whole power 25 is having now 48 digits. This is what the answer for this, right, my dear students? Now one more important information. Log 3 they given 0.4771. Here 0 is what characteristic and 0.4771 is the mantissa. Since 3 is a single digit number, that's why you got the characteristic as 0. Now log 30 is a 2 digit number. That's why log 30 value from that is 1.4771. Dear students, you please observe, because log 30 is a 2 digit number, that's why whose characteristic become 1.4771. Next log 300 is a 3 digit number, that's why you have the characteristic as 2.4771, like this. And log 3000 becomes 3.4771, because here 3 is the characteristic, okay, because it is a 4 digit number, that's why the characteristic is 3. And log this is 30,000, it is a 5 digited number, that's why the characteristic is 4.4771. I think now you got the pattern. Now like that log 3 into 10 power 100 if I have, that means it is having 101 digits. That means its characteristic is 100 and its value is 100.4771. In general, my dear students, log 3 into 10 power n is equal to, it is having n plus 1 digits. Therefore, the characteristic is n.4771. Like this, we can understand better regarding the relation between number of digits and the characteristic of a number. Now, let us discuss the characteristic of fractional numbers. Like, you please observe, my dear students, 10 power 0 equal to 1. That means when you convert into logarithm, log 1 to the base 10 equal to 0, right? 10 power minus 1 is what? 0.1. That is 1 by 10 equal to 0.1. And if you convert into logarithm, that becomes log 0.1 to the base 10 equal to minus 1. That means, so my dear students, okay, now 10 power minus 2 is equal to 0.01. That means log of 0.01 to the base 10 is equal to minus 2. And similarly 10 power minus 3, 0.001. Here after decimal point 201. That if you convert into logarithm, log 0.001 to the base 10 is equal to minus 3. Next 10 power minus 4 equal to 0.0001. And if you convert into logarithm, log 0.00030 to the base 10 is equal to minus 4. And what observation we can observe from these values means you have got logarithm of a number which lies between minus 1 and 0 means, right? That means minus 0 point some xyzw, right? That means logarithm of a number which lies between 1 and 0.1 will be in the form minus 0.xyzw, and logarithm of a number which lies between 0.1 and 0.01, like 0.1 and 0.01, that means 0.02, 0.03, 0.0234, those all numbers will be in the form minus 1.xyzw. That means those numbers will lie between minus 2 and minus 1. The numbers which lie between minus 2 and minus 1 will be something like minus 1 point some xyzw. Similarly, logarithm of numbers which lie between, right, 0.001 and 0.01, right, those will be, how means those numbers, they will be lie between minus 3 and minus 2, like logarithm of a numbers which lie between 0.001 to 0.01, then those numbers will lie between minus 3 to minus 2. That means something like minus 2 point xyzw you are having like this. Similarly, if logarithm of a number, okay, after decimal point you have 3 zeros 1 and here 2 zeros 1, like that, then those values will lie between minus 4 and minus 3. That means something like minus 3 point some xyzw, like that. You see, my dear students, you please observe here, right? That means between 0.1 and 1 you have many numbers, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. Those all numbers will be in the form minus 0 point some xyzw. And similarly here 0.01 and 0.1. You have 0.01 and 0.1 means you have 0.02, 0.03, so on, 0.09, like that. Next you will have 0.1. These all numbers will lie between minus 2 and minus 1, means this will be in the form minus 1 point some xyzw, like that. Next, the numbers which lie between 0.001 to 0.01, that means something you have 0.002, 0.003, 0.004, so on up to 0.009. These all like this. They all lie between minus 3 and minus 2. That means those numbers will be in the form minus 2 point xyzw, like that. Right? In the same fashion, this is also can be understood. Now, one important property and fact definition is that Mantissa is always positive. While you do logarithm of a number, you will get characteristic and Mantissa, the integral part and decimal part. Integral part is called characteristic and decimal part is called Mantissa. While you are finding logarithm of a number, Mantissa is always positive. That is the thumb rule, right? Now, one thing we observe, but you may ask, dear students, here you have got the values as minus 0.xyzw, minus 1.xyzw. These are all negative quantities. We will convert this decimal part which is in negative into positive. That way I am explaining now. Minus 1.1234. This actually we will write it as minus 1 plus minus 0.1234. Okay, sum of minus 1 plus minus 0.1234. These two quantities add up will give you minus 1.1234. That means here the characteristic is minus 1 and the Mantissa is also in the negative actually. But we will convert into positive. How we will convert means minus, you add 1 and subtract 1 for this. See here, minus 1, you added 1, you subtracted 1, and minus 0.1234 as it is you are having. Now I am writing this as minus 1 and minus 1, that become minus 2 plus 1 minus 0.1234. Now this become minus 2 plus 1 minus 0.1234, that is once again a fraction, that is 0.8766. Now you observe, students, minus 2 is a negative number, but this decimal part 0.8766 you are having, that is positive, because that negative, okay, you subtracted that from 1 and you got this as positive. Now this is written as 2 bar 0.8766. Here this 2 bar is what you call characteristic. 2 bar is what you call characteristic, right? And this 0.8766, this is positive quantity, and this is what you call mantissa, like this. You call it as what? Mantissa, right? Now another important observation, minus 0.1234. Here you know that this number plainly negative, minus 0.1234. This total decimal part is negative. But I told that mantissa is positive. How we will convert this? Once again, I added 1 and subtracted 1. Minus 0.1234. And this is now minus 1 plus 1 minus 0.1234. Minus 1 plus 1 minus 0.1234, this becomes 0.8766. And that is written as 1 bar 0.8766. That means, dear students, minus 0.1234 we can write as 1 bar 0.8766. In the same way, suppose you have minus 1.1234 is there, means you can write that as 2 bar 0.8766. Like that. Minus 2.1234 if you have, how you will convert into, okay, positive decimal part. That means the mantissa as 3 bar 0.8766. How the procedure? In this procedure, like how we explained in the beginning of this. Minus 3.1234, this is can be written as 4 bar 0.8766. That way, suppose if you have minus 100.1234, here minus 100 is a negative and minus 1234 is also negative. That is converted into positive, okay. That you can get that as this is like this 101 bar 8766, and this is also like this. And minus n.1234 if you have, that can be written as n plus 1 bar 0.8766. One thing, students, you have to remember that whenever we are having, suppose something like 3 bar 0.8766 means this is minus 3 plus positive fraction 0.8766. This is the value, and this is equal to, of course, you know that minus 3 plus 0.8766, this value is equal to minus 2.1234, like this, right? This is what the understanding of it, right? That is what we written here. Now minus 2.1234 is nothing but 3 bar 0.8766. Please observe carefully. Now observe, dear students, by the previous explanation what we explained. Now minus 0.xyzw will be now, if you write into the mantissa means a positive fraction, this will be converted as 1 bar point ABCD, right? 1 bar point ABCD. That means this is nothing, 1 bar point ABCD is nothing but what? 1 bar point ABCD. This is nothing but minus 1 plus positive 0 point ABCD, like this. And minus 1 point XYZW will become 2 bar point ABCD. Okay. And minus 2 point XYZW become 3 bar point ABCD. Minus 3 point XYZW become 4 bar point ABCD, like that. And in general, suppose if you have any number, something like minus n point XYZW, this is equal to, right, you will get n plus 1 bar point some ABCD, where ABCD is positive. Here XYZ become negative here. This is what the general observation you observe. Now from this fact, one more important information, that means what we are getting is, one thing you have to understand, the number logarithm of a number between 0.1 and 1 will be like minus 0.x by zw. That means logarithm of 0.2, logarithm of 0.3, logarithm of 0.4 up to logarithm of 0.9, whose number will be in the form 1 bar point ABCD, right? 1 bar point ABCD, right? Now logarithm of a number 0.01 to 0.1, that means 0.02, 0.03, 0.04, 0.06, 0.09. That means after decimal point, if you have 1 0, then it can be written as 2 bar point ABCD. What I try to tell you, what I want to try to tell you is, after decimal point, if we have 1 0, then the characteristic is 2 bar. Next, logarithm of a number 0.001 to 0.01, that means logarithm of 0.02, 002, logarithm of 0.003, logarithm of 0.004, like that, logarithm of 0.009. That means after decimal point, if we have 2 zeros, then it can be written as 3 bar point ABCD. Therefore, in general, next also, logarithm of 0.030 and 1, and the numbers which lie between this and this, that means 0.0001, 0.002, 0.003. After decimal point, if you have 3 zeros, then you can write that as the characteristic as 4 bar you are having here, like that. Okay, that means what we can say is, suppose logarithm of a number is having now minus n, means then its characteristic is n plus 1 bar, right? And one general conclusion, now what it is, now I will tell you. Okay, fine. Now from this explanation, the general conclusion what we are going to get is, logarithm of a number having n zeros after the decimal point, then it has characteristic as n plus 1 bar. If it has n zeros after the decimal point, then its characteristic as n plus 1 bar. And conversely, if the characteristic is n plus 1 bar, then logarithm of that number having n zeros after the decimal point. This is what the general conclusion. To bring this conclusion only, we have explained the total part of this, my dear students. Just observe. Now, one more illustration will give a better and clear idea about this characteristic about the decimal numbers of the logarithm. You know, my dear students, log 2 value is 0.3010. Actually, that is what, if you verify tables also, it is given log 2 equal to 0.3010. And the log 20 if you take, since it is a 2-digit number, that's why 1.3010. Log 200, it is a 3-digit number, that's why characteristic is 2.3010. Log 2000, 4-digit number, that means 3.3010. Now the same thing when you take the fraction number log 0.2, log 2 is 0.3010, characteristic is 1 here. Log 0.2, after decimal point no 0 is there, this characteristic is now 1 bar point 3010. Now log 0.02, after decimal point you are having 1 0, then the characteristic become 2 bar point 3010. Now log 0.002, after decimal point if you have now 2 zeros, then the characteristic become 3 bar. Now logarithm of 0.0002, 3 zeros, then the characteristic become 4 bar, 4 bar point 3010 you have like this. Like that, my dear students, logarithm of a number after decimal point, if you have n zeros, then its characteristic become n plus 1 bar. And this is what Mantissa, and Mantissa will be always positive. Now, characteristic of 0.00872, right? Logarithm of a number After decimal point you have 2 zeros, that's why the characteristic become 3 bar. Now characteristic of logarithm of some number you have after 0.000123 after decimal point you have 3 zeros, that's why the characteristic become 4 bar. Like that, the third one you can easily guess, characteristic of 0.00003576, 5 zeros after the decimal point, that's why the characteristic is 6 bar. Next, the characteristic of 0.00060123, that means the characteristic is 7 bar. Like that you have 0.0000 like that, 1 2 3 4. These how many zeros means you have 100 zeros after the decimal point, that means the characteristic become 101 bar. Like this you can do the problems part of it.